Hello Lisa, how can non-duality assist with physical suffering, i.e. physical pain? Having had stage 4 cancer diagnosis, I am able to prepare for dying, but there is always the fear of real physical suffering. Thanks, Paul, for your question. I was just looking to see if we'd spoken before. I don't know if you stage 4 cancer diagnosis, if that has it metabolized, sorry, or is it at the stage where they just offer you palliative care, or do they offer you? I just ask because I wonder if this is like a they've said that this is what's happening now. So last year, when my dad died of cancer last year. I think it was last year. Yes, it was last year. I think that they have solutions. They always, as long as you work well with the palliative care team, they always have solutions for really intense pain. I think the hardest thing for watching my dad, and I think my dad had quite a painful one, is the emotional side to it. So it is like fear of the pain. It is fear of dying. It is fear of loneliness. That was my experience of my dad. And there's a book that I read, let me just find it, before my dad passed, to help prepare for it. Not to help prepare me for him passing, but help to prepare for him, prepare for how he was going to die. Like, I wasn't sure how that was going to happen. My gran had died when I was growing up. I used to live with her. And my friend died of cancer, but I was unsure, and I was unsure how to advise him. It was a really nice book called With the End in Mind. It was called With the End in Mind, by I lost it again. Maybe it's at the top of my list now. Yeah, by Catherine Mannix. And I found that really helpful because I was unsure what that was going to look like with my dad, and it just gave me more of a perspective on it, of what was coming. It's something that all of us have to do, and from my experience of my dad and my friend, the hardest part was not the physical part. The hardest part was the mental part for them. Like the physical part, they had lots of drugs to take away the pain. I can understand that's an imagination that comes up, is how to deal with the physical pain. And you can find out your options. Like, I don't know if it's for sure, but there's also options if you live in Europe, of Switzerland and Holland, who can assist dying as well. So I think that my dad could have had a lot easier death if he accepted it and prepared for it. But he resisted it and denied it, so he didn't take all the palliative care that was on offer. I think the work is emotional, so I think that being here and speaking about non-duality and the emotions is the correct place to be. So working out who you are, that who you are never dies. In that moment of death, in the moment of pain, there's something there without pain that's free from it all, that will never die. And the idea of losing people and people losing you is also an idea. You can't be lost and they can't be lost. When you really see what everything's made of, you see that there is no death and birth. But emotionally it is also painful, because on the human level there is apparent loss and the giving up and letting go. And that can be emotionally painful. So I hope some of the work that I offer on the internet with working with the chakras can be helpful to you. And I wish you all the best. Like I hope it's, and I wish you an easy journey. And it's just knowing deeply that it's not, like one thing that I felt with my dad that I couldn't say to him, but I wanted to say to him many times, is that you're not being kicked out of anywhere. I used to feel like my dad was being abandoned or kicked out, like everyone else was getting to live and him not. He was very healthy when it happened and very well. And you're not being kicked out of anything. Oh, my mum is calling. That's funny. So thank you so much, Paul, and you're welcome to write other questions, and I'm happy to try to assist you. Okay, thank you. Hi Lisa, do you know why you feel one side of the body left feels like it is my consciousness and the other side is numb? No? I do not know that. Hi Lisa, young kids nowadays are labelled as young age, at a young age, for example with ADHD. This eventually conditions their self-identity. Wouldn't it be nice when non-duality becomes an educational topic? Oui. Okay, my friends, it is time for me to go. I will call the mother, my mother, the mother, and I just wish you well, and I wish you everything, and I shall see you again on Sunday at 6 p.m. French time. You're very welcome to join me. Bye guys.